My name is Berlin Mohammed. I'm a lifestyle director, one at Opulence Global, and I'm joining from Rainbow City, Anguilla in the beautiful Caribbean. It's my pleasure and honor to be host of the month and also hosting my first Crossfire call. And thank you for being here early, and continue to invite your guests and continue to say where you join us from in the chat. At this time, I'll start to introduce our panelists. First, let me introduce you to Sanaz Human. Sanaz is our Senior Vice President and Chief Designer at Opulence Global. Sanaz spent her early 20s learning about MLM and entered her first MLM business in 2002, quickly developing her business as a distributor. She eventually left the field of sales, and took position at Opulence Global. With hard work, dedication, and perseverance, she eventually rose to her current position as Senior Vice President. Sanaz is fully invested in all aspects of the product development process and beyond, from research and development to manufacturing, distribution, marketing, and promotion. She takes great pride in every product and all the ingredients used, and is proudly a product of the product, knowing that she is impacting the lives of people worldwide. Opulence Global family, please help me welcome my mentor and friend since 2010, Ms. Sanaz Human. Also, let me introduce our Regulatory Affairs Officer, David Okamoto. David Okamoto graduated from the University of Toronto with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Chemistry, and Physics. He continued his education, receiving his APMR in the pharmaceutical industry. His career led him into the operating room as he eventually specialized in laser applications in urology. He introduced new modalities in the treatment of benign prostatic hyperplasia. Certified as a clinical trainer and laser engineer for the KTP and lithium fibride technologies, he worked with leading urologists to improve men's health care. Reaching into the field of oncology, he introduced radiofrequency ablation of inoperable tumors, providing new hope for patients with liver and kidney cancer and children with osteomas. Over the past 12 years, he worked with consultants to gain FDA 510K acceptance on new groundbreaking technologies developed in partnership with 2 other collaborators. His work extended to the skincare industry for product development, regulatory compliance, and registration. David joined Opulence Global in 2017, recognizing the incredible value of our Fair Flawless skincare line as a world-class product that delivered on his promise of anti-aging. His enthusiasm continued with a fountain of life that is the most powerful antioxidant from nature. David is honored to be a part of this incredible journey as Opulence Global changes the lives of people around the world. So help me welcome Sanaz. Sanaz, I see you.
Good evening, Berlin. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you for that kind introduction. Congratulations on becoming host of the month. It's great to see you and see you smiling always, all the way from Anguilla. I remember the first time I met this young lady, I had absolutely no idea where Anguilla was. It's an actually spectacular island. It's got some of the best beaches I've ever been in the world. Literally, their sand is like sugar. It's as soft as sugar. It's as beautiful as sugar. And it's got one entire traffic light in the entire island, believe it or not.
No, we have.
Is that even working? Well, you had 3, but only 1 was working. Is 3 of them working now?
Yes,
okay, so now they have 3 traffic lights, but it's a beautiful, beautiful island. It is absolutely breathtaking. Highly recommend for anyone who has not traveled. Now, this young lady has been able to build an incredible business. The massive, massive, massive population of Anguilla is 10,000 people, ladies and gentlemen. So with 10,000 people in her island, she has been able to build herself an amazing global business. And it's just a pleasure to have you. It's about time that you stepped up to become a host. And, you know, some of these folks have been in our business and I love the fact that our amazing company just grows entrepreneurs to step out of their comfort zone. I think this is the first time you got your camera on. So it's also great to see. You're so beautiful. You should always be in front of the camera. And it's so great to be on. So I want to take this time as well to say hello to David and hello to all of our amazing viewers that are on tonight. I got lots of goodies as usual to share with you all. My goodness, the office is still buzzing with the craziness that happened at our product and innovation conference. And many of you, I know, were there and experienced it firsthand. Many of you were on Zoom and you experienced it firsthand. You had Renee and of course the rest of you who had a chance to share your excitement last week. You had a chance to share what happened and what you felt. And, my Instagram, my Facebook, my, social media has been blowing up from messages from all of you of what you felt and what you experienced and what you learned most importantly. And, this call that we do every single week on Mondays gives you a little snippet of the call of the products. We can't possibly share everything. We can't possibly teach you everything on a product Crossfire. So, we do our best to be able to educate you and give you the tools that you need for you to go out there and to share and to be knowledgeable. The more knowledgeable you are about your products, the more successful you become as an entrepreneur. So before I get the call started, how many of you are still excited with what happened at conference? Because I am still excited. I'm still buzzing. And I know there's so many people that are still buzzing with excitement and joy and so much that they learned. And before we get the call started, I want to know the one thing that really you learned about the products that resonated with you. I know many are like, me. Please tell me, what was that one thing that really, really hit home for you? That one training where you kind of went, oh my God, I get it. What was that point? And I know many of you are going to say, yeah, Carol was saying it. There were so many things, and it should have been, because a conference is not supposed to be just one entity or one thing that you learn. Sorry, I just lost my slipper and my dog took it away. So it's not about one thing, but it's about, what really hit home for you. What was that aha moment that you were like, oh my God, I get it. Okay, so phytoclinical training was really good. I'm excited about clinical. Candles and capitals and clinical, the pharmaceuticals, amazing. All right, let's see what else, please. Okay. Yes, Verlin saying you can also post it in the Q&As as well, your questions. Yes, the candles. I'm actually so amazed, and I'm so happy that all of you love the candles as much as I do, because we spend a lot of time at home. And for those of you who have been coming to the office now, you're starting to smell the fragrances that we are starting to burn at the office. And many people walk in and they say, oh my God, it smells so good in the office. And right away, we're telling them, yes. So great to see Phyto and Clinical were the winners, it seems. Of course, Phytoclinical candles, concept, candle, Allure. Yes, Allure is one of my absolute favorites. And by the way, I'm so glad that you all got a chance to vote. We really wanted your feedback. Your feedback matters. And of course, it's really, really good and important to make sure you basically were a part of that. I could smell them through my screen, Julia says. Good evening, the knowledge of the phytoclinical. Hello, Julie from Tobago. Perfect time for the season. Yes. Yes, the first MLM company in the crypto world. Get your candles on. I love it. I'm super excited for collagen and phyto. Yes. Security was a prominent commitment from you and Ramin to protect Opulence. This opportunity we can pass on for future generations. The security of the company. Absolutely. Renee and I were talking today, and Renee and I touch base on a daily basis, and kind of we bounce different things off of each other. And so one of the things that he was sharing with me is, he was golfing in the morning. And I said to him, that's the freedom of this industry, that you get a chance to golf and to live life. And then he kind of felt guilty a little bit. And I said, no, you should be proud the fact that on Monday you can go out golfing and enjoy. That's what this opportunity is meant to do, for you to have powerful products that gives you an opportunity to do what you want. So it was really, you know, great to see that. And I love all the chats blowing up. The new fashion look. Yeah, I got a lot of feedback about that fashion look too. And today we had Santosh, one of our members in the office, and he picked up, I think, like 7 or 8 shoes. He was on a shopping spree. And, you know, we were styling him today and we were telling him, you know, okay, pair this belt with these shoes. And by the way, if you ever need help like that at the office, my girls are very, very much trained, and they can do that. So if you ever need help, you know, getting a style on, or you want to know, please do let us know. And we'll be more than happy to do a styling for you as well. That is something that I'm putting together for our office to be able to help you when you come in. You know, what is the best fitting shoes, which bag, you know, is this the right pants, the length of it. So we do that as you come in to do your shopping, and when you're picking up as well. And that's where we were able to help a client today. He picked up 7 pairs of shoes. We had 12 different new styles that really anyone should have in their closet. And he picked up some loafers, and he picked up some running shoes, some dress shoes, some, you know, more evening shoes, some more casual shoes. So it's all amazing to make sure that you know how to put all that together. Hello from Thailand. It's so good to have you on as well. And Tammy says, even though I couldn't make it, and swear the sun seemed to weep through the screen, seeing so many faces. Yeah, it really just hit home how much we've actually expanded globally. Absolutely. You know, for those of you who couldn't be there, whether it was for visa, I know so many of you were so challenged with visas, and, you know, my heart really, really broke that we weren't able to have everybody there because of visa issues. But honestly, we tried our best to get everybody there. And this is why we also had to make a decision to change our cruise to Asia. By the way, I'm super excited about that because I'm just trying to make my phone stay still. So the Asia cruise is going to be amazing because, by the way, everybody is welcome to attend. I will be sharing with you all a webinar that we are doing. Okay, let me tell you the date of the webinar now so you can all start to promote it. So our webinar for the cruise will be October 22nd. Okay, so put that in your calendar. October 22nd is our Asia cruise. So we are going to be releasing it. By the way, if you are qualified LD2, you need to book it right away because I know this is going to be a sold out event, especially if you want to come. Like if you are qualified and you want to bring your family and you want to come with your spouse, or if you want to come with your children, you can do that. You just have to pay for them and you're free. If you're an LD1, it's an LD cruise. So I'll be going through all the semantics and all the stuff. Okay. So let's get our call started. I know I had to share a little bit of those announcements. So October 22nd will be our Asian cruise that we will be launching. Tickets will be going live. We're going to be sailing from Singapore. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be absolutely epic. And I'm super, super excited. So let me just see, my partner in crime is on as well with me. He's been very, very quiet. We had a very important call earlier on today. Hello, David. Good night to you. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you tonight, Sanaz? Hi, Verlin. How are you?
I wasn't sure if you were there. Great to have you on.
How
are
you? I am here. So
amazing. So
yes.
we actually have had some exciting
Hi,
calls.
David. I'm excited to be hosting you, David, for the first time.
Verlin does such a great job of introducing you.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Amazing. Well, David, there was lots of excitement. Everybody is really, really pumped up about what they heard at the conference. I know you and I, every time we go, we get such great feedback from our partners about their excitement, about their belief, about, you know, what they kind of felt being at the event as well. So last week, we kind of left it for our partners to go out there and to share their experiences. Tonight, I want to reiterate a little bit more about, you know, the power and the strength of really, you know, what we've been able to do at Opulence. Of course, you've been instrumental since the beginning when it comes to the get-go of a development creation. And we have lots and lots of new people that have joined us since the conference, and we want to welcome them to our team. One of the big things that our company has always been committed to since day one, especially whether it's the fashion, whether it's the personal care, whether it's phytoclinical, is that we constantly evolve and create revolutionary products that are going to be life-changing for our customers, and proprietary ingredients that really no one has really tapped into. And I think we learned so much during the weekend, David, from at the conference, about every product, whether it was the microsilver technology with Carl, whether it was the fountain of life training, whether it was the phytoclinical, to teach all of our entrepreneurs really what they have firsthand, when it comes to everything, whether it's the toothpaste, whether it's the microsilver spray, whether it's the sterling, whether it's the mouthwash that we're working on, whether it's the shampoo conditioner, whether it's the fountain of life, phytoclinical being launched, and so on and so on and so forth. The candles, one of the things that we wanted to do was create essential oils so they would not be toxic. There would be no alcohol. So really, we've gone into a realm and into a direction of creating not only revolutionary products, but ingredients that are safe for our consumers. And we've really shifted into that direction of that purity and that entity of developing and creating. So let's start with that a little bit tonight, David.
Okay. Well, when we're taking a look at, what we're trying to do and what we're trying to produce is, when we take a look at products, we're taking a look at the ingredients that are out there currently. I think people should recognize that, and I'm not trying to create a paranoia, but there are products out there that we think are safe. We assume they're safe, and I don't know, we have a level of trust that maybe we shouldn't have. And I think, though, and I'm not trying to make everyone paranoid, but we all should start being able to read labels and understanding what those labels are all about, and understanding what, and I know some of the ingredients is gobbledygook to a lot of people, but they should start recognizing those ones that raise red flags. It's simple things that we're talking about, how the fountain of life extract affects free radicals, but why are they using it in things like sunscreens, of all things? Because free radicals are on our skin, they're incorporating into sunscreens, and there is a whole thing that we talked briefly about sunscreens, but the whole preamble is the fact that fountain of life makes a difference in those sunscreens. Fountain of life makes those sunscreens that much safer. Although right now, anyone on this chat should understand that the organic sunscreens are not safe. They're hormone disruptors, and that, it's the physical sunscreens that are really important, but they are still lacking something to mop up free radicals, and to neutralize free radicals. And that's where the fountain of life extract comes into play. Again, we go down the list, and we started going down the list, and that's a really funny thing. We started going down the list of toothpaste, the issues of fluoride, and you start digging. We didn't even have to dig that deep, when we started looking at toothpaste, we started, it was right on the toothpaste tube, that there's a danger element to it. And for all the years I've been brushing my teeth, since I was a little kid right till now, yes, several decades worth, I never read it. And all of a sudden I realized, hold it says there's a warning against ingesting toothpaste, and that you should report yourself to a poison control center. Who would have thought
David,
that shocked me, to be honest with you. I never thought about this before. I knew fluoride, but I didn't realize that the dangers thereof.
That's something you taught me. Reading labels on products is so important. I want to tell you a very scary thing that I experienced the other day. And for those of you who shop at Costco, buyer beware. It's very, very important that you read labels. And I've started to read labels because I want to be healthier. I want to live, a long time. I want to be able to prolong my health. I want to have a healthy immune system. I'm spending the money supplementing, whether it's phytoclinical, whether it's the fountain of life, the shampoo, conditioner, all of those elements. So I want to make sure that I'm also eating the right foods. So I do a workout in the morning, and I always do a protein bar, David. I came to buy a protein bar, and it had 16 grams of protein. And I thought, wow, that's really a good source. So I'm reading it. Guess what the protein came from?
I'm
You
not
would be
sure.
shocked.
Really?
Okay. You know where the protein came from? Grasshoppers.
Oh,
This is
really? That's a really good source.
ew.
Oh, I'm sorry,
So
but insects are really good. Not that I'm a big insect eater because I'm not, but insects are the new, uh, area where we get
okay.
pure
You know
protein
what? I don't
from.
know about you guys, but I definitely cannot eat grasshoppers in my protein bar. So I basically said, if you do eat them, good for you. They're obviously David's saying you're a good source, but I think I probably swallowed a couple of mosquitoes that are bitter. Sherry's on the call. I remember when we went to Mexico, Sherry tried. Do you remember, Sherry? You tried some grasshoppers that were in this very fancy restaurant, by the way. And anyways, so most important thing, I could not eat them. So buyer beware, it's really, really important. Thank God John's with me. Thank you, John. Yeah, I stick to my chicken and my beef if I can, and my other beans for protein. But yeah, it's really important to make sure you're reading your labels. And like you said, David, for many years, we were all brushing our teeth and there's this poison warning right on the back of it. And many of our new members, that join, we tell them to go read their label, and they're shocked to see the poison warning on the back of their toothpaste. Now, I actually have a hairdresser that her daughter, David, was not brushing her teeth. She hated brushing her teeth. She was getting lots of cavities because, of course, she's a kid and she loves her chocolate. And she was really suffering from a lot of, messy teeth because she didn't like to brush. So I took her a bottle the last time that I was doing my hair. And I said, listen, I want you to try this toothpaste with your daughter and see if she likes it. She called me back 2 days later and said, Sanaz, I don't know what this product is that you've given me, but it literally works. And what it's doing for my kid is that she's brushing her teeth. She says, Mommy, my mouth doesn't burn anymore. Mommy, I'm not uncomfortable anymore. So this is like the power of, what can happen when you give people great quality products. So this is something that I'm really, really proud of, and that we've been able to do as well. So, it's really important to make sure that when you guys are using different products, you do actually read your labels, because labels do make a difference as well. So I'm very, very excited about that. And the toothpaste, David, has become definitely a home, contender. It's become, that household product that everybody likes. And microsilver, when it was taught to us by Carl, whether it's the microsilver on your teeth, whether it's the microsilver on your skin, whether it's on your face, on your feet, it just does so much for our body from head to toe. Let's talk a little bit about the antibacterial element of microsilver.
Well, microsilver is a broad spectrum antimicrobial, but the nice thing about it, we don't really talk about it, it doesn't cause antibiotic resistance. When we take drugs, there are certain drugs that causes antibiotic resistance. What that means is that our antibiotics no longer are that effective because the bacteria is able to regenerate and become resistant to that. That doesn't happen with microsilver. What microsilver is doing is actually just eliminating the bacteria by disrupting its transport mechanism. And so it's doing it constantly by releasing silver ions, and this released by the moisture on the skin or in the mouth or wherever in the body that we're using it. The other thing to remember also is perfectly safe. This is used in implant technology. The same microsilver is used in our hips and knees now and in dental implants. And why are they using it? They're using it because they want to reduce the amount of infections that can otherwise occur during surgery. And so this gives the doctors another level of surgery, safety, I should say, that they didn't have before. And so I think that what we're utilizing is medical grade technology in our skincare, in our toothpaste, and all these products like Sterling, our mouthwash is coming out, our mouth spray, our toothpaste. It's all these amazing things that we're implementing with microsilver. And because of its broad spectrum ability to reduce the bacterial count, we're benefiting from that. I think that this makes it very unique. There isn't a company out there with the breadth of products that we're offering right now. And
That's right.
so, the other thing that people should understand is that it does have the power to reduce infections. If you have a wound, place it around the wound. You don't have to place it on top, just around the wound. And what that's going to do is just prevent, it's going to create a nice little ring around there and reduce the bacteria around there that could otherwise cause it to fester and grow. So it'll do exactly the opposite. It's soothing and supportive of our skin, and it will certainly reduce the chances of serious infections from setting in. It's an amazing product. It is just growing in terms of our applications, so people are going to really benefit from that. And even things we've got with our mouthwash and our mouth spray, you're going to find that it just augments everything that we're doing in oral care. And so it's going to reduce the opportunity for periodontal disease just because we're adding that into something else, and that's long lasting. It's long lasting, and it will also, like, we have the natural spray for surfaces, which is just amazing. Considering what we went through, you think that everyone would want to clean a surface, but at the same
Right.
time, we're all starting to travel again, and we do know now that those airline trays, the airline windows, they said the airline windows is the most contaminated part of the plane now, because people are leaning up against it and they're coughing on it, and they do absolutely nothing to clean it. And so they did an interview of flight attendants, and they said, do not put your head against that window.
Yep.
They said it's
Actually,
very,
David, that's one of the first places that I clean the trays, is where I clean the windows, because like you said, most people will lean on them. The
Mhm.
handles around the tray. And the great thing about this microsilver spray is that it's prolonging. So once you spray it, it's constantly working. And Carl talked about the research that was done in Nuremberg, Germany, about this spray that is basically used to disinfect against COVID in airports. And in the European Union, this product is approved to make the claim against COVID. Now, we don't make that claim here in Canada, but it's the same product, it's the same ingredient. And they actually have the rights of it based on the fact that it is a German formulation, and the microsilver is from Germany. So what was also amazing is that it's got 85 patents. There's over 5 PhD doctors that are now working on new development of the microsilver technology. Carl reiterated to us on Friday the importance of understanding that microsilver is basically the difference. First of all, when we talk about nano-free microsilver, that, our product does not have any nanoparticles in it. Our molecules are very, very small. The particles are very small. They live on the surface of our skin, and they're basically killing the bacteria, whether it's our skin flora, whether it's around it, whether it's in our mouth. And what he was really excited about is, us doing the mouthwash. He was saying, when you brush, whether you're using an electric toothbrush or a manual brush, there is no way you're going to be able to get into every little crevice. A lot of people do not floss as everybody should floss, because floss really cleans up a lot of the gum bacteria as well, and also allows for your gums, by the way, as you're flossing, for your gums to breathe. And it leaves that sort of little blank and spots in your teeth and in your gums. Now, when you are using the microsilver combined with the aloe vera to swish around your mouth, you are just going to absolutely not only have great breath, but healthier gums, healthier teeth. And we know that oral health is one of the key factors into many different areas of your body and your immune system, and even intestinal health. So, and of course, most bacteria will, enter through this part, which is your nose and your mouth. And it's really key to make sure that you have that microsilver element of it. And as well, David, I'm so excited for the spray, because the spray, just so you guys know, it's not the same formulation as the mouthwash. The spray is actually a sugar-free spray, but it's also like a little bit of a minty flavor. It's very freshening for the breath. not too overwhelming. It's just enough so you could give yourself a good spray. The great thing is it lives on your skin, on your gums, after you brush your teeth, after you have a meal. If you can't rinse, or if you can't brush your teeth, you can be taking your spray with you. And it's also hydrating for your gums and for your mouth as well. So I think our oral combination of expansion is just going to take our business to the next level. But that means that you guys need to talk about it. Now, what's really, really amazing, I was looking at some comparables to what we are going to be selling, and our product will most likely be, obviously under $40 for the big bottle of the mouthwash. For the exact same milliliter, some companies are selling it for $100. So I wanted to reiterate that. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to give you product advantage. We're trying to give you creative formulation. And I'm not even talking about the same ingredients, same product. I'm talking about similar products when we're trying to compare. So I want you all to know that when we release something, focus on the quality, focus on the results, focus on the benefits. This is what David was sharing earlier. There's a lot of products out in the market. And of course, as a company, we could have easily produced products, put them on the shelf and sold them. We didn't necessarily need distributors to do it, right? But the reason that we do what we do through the method of distribution through network marketing, it's network talking. And when you believe in something, you talk about something. When you see results in something, your belief level goes up. So it's very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, that number one, you are a product of the product. Number two, you talk about the product. Number three, be proud of your product. Number four, understand that you're not going to always be the cheapest, but you will always be the best. That I can promise you. So David, that really makes me very, very proud. Of course, another element of it I want to talk about is when you talk to us about microsilver and the sterling that, people who are diabetic, that they can rub it into their feet. Talk to me a little bit about that, please.
Well, diabetics have a real challenge in their peripheral system. I mean, we're talking about their legs and feet and everything, and diabetic foot is very, very common. They have poor circulation there. They have incredible bacteria buildup as a result. And so they run the risk of gangrene, of a number of different issues. And so what, sterling does is eliminates that, two things. It eliminates the bacteria that builds up on the peripheral system in our legs and our feet. It also reduces free radical activity there that can contribute to a breakdown in tissue. And so it's going to help moisturize. It's going to help keep it in better shape. That way, it'll keep it healthier. You want to keep the tissues healthy. So anyone who's diabetic, even borderline diabetic, they should be using this product just on their feet and their legs, if nothing else, because you want to reduce that bacterial count. And it works over time. It's just not like, a wash down and it's gone for that moment. It'll work for hours at a time. And so, I think it's really important. It's something that I worked on for years. My dad was a diabetic, and I wanted to give him something because I saw the problems he was going through, and I wanted to create something that would help his overall health that way, but especially his feet, which was always problematic. I never did get access to microsilver because he passed away at a young age. But again, it was always in my thought processes, how can I help? He asked me to help diabetics. He asked me to help people with cancer before he passed. And I made that promise. I made that commitment to him. But at the same time, I had to recognize that, in order to do that, you have to have good products. You have to have products with value, I'm not going to just throw anything on the market or be associated with a product that sort of works or sort of doesn't work, but we're going to hype it up so it's going to, it'll sound good. I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want to be associated with a product that's going to take 15 years to get to market because I've already done that, and I'm getting too old to be trying to do that. I wanted products that are going to get there, help people now and today so I could see some results. And I think the nice part about being with Opulence and working with Sanaz and Ramin and everyone else, Ivy and Danielle and the whole team of people is that we're bringing products that have value to people's lives today and into the future, but today. And I think that we can make a difference. all around. I'm
You got
not
it.
for being preachy, but I just wanted to give you an idea of perspective and the type of products that I've worked on, and why on earth would we be working on things like this today, because it is going to impact someone's lives. And we can take advantage of that. We've been through the pandemic. Now we've got products that's going to help with that. Yeah,
And David, the other big thing as well for Sterling is that we actually had it dermatologically tested. So what does that mean for someone that doesn't know?
well, we do what they call an HRIPT test, a human repeat insult patch test is what it's called. And what they do is they take subjects and they put a grid on there, and companies buy a part of that grid, on that subject for a period of 1 month. And what they'll do is, like, say we're square one, we'll put, Sterling on that for about 30 to 40 subjects. Then they come back and test those subjects and they check them. We have a dermatologist checking that to see exactly what is going on. And if there's any erythema, that's redness or rashes or anything, they're going to mark that down. If there's any reaction whatsoever. And then at the end of that time, while they're doing the test, they're going to collate the results and tell us, do we have, number one, a hypoallergenic product, meaning, were there any reactions? There was anything to be concerned about? And the answer with Sterling was no, it wasn't. But this is the result of someone like myself, who could do the test. But we're looking at a person who's highly trained, a dermatologist. And in the world of medicine, the dermatologists are the cream of the crop, believe it or not. The reason being that everyone wants to be a dermatologist because they get to do a 9 to 5 type of job. There's no real emergencies, and they get paid well. So they have to be the best of the best. So a dermatologist who has tested this is going to give us a rating. And if it's dermatologically approved as hypoallergenic and non-reactive, we've got ourselves a product that, for the majority of people around the world, they're going to do well. And it's going to be very, very easy for them to use.
Amazing. And I also want to let you all know that as an Opulence company, we are extremely proud that we do no animal testing at all on any of our products. So that's actually a very big deal for us, David.
Yeah.
That we are doing a lot of patch testing. It's a lot more costly because we have to pay a dermatologist. A lot of companies that will do animal testing will not have to pay animals. So they don't care what happens to them. We do.
Yeah, it's not fun to do it on animals, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. No way. Never.
I don't enjoy that part. I did that in my undergrad years, I did that for the FDA, I did some work that way. And it's not fun, but you're doing it in, let's put it this way, you do sacrifice animals in medicine, but it is a sad day when you have to do it, to be frank with you.
Yeah. Well, Opulence doesn't do that. We're very, very proud of that. And one thing I want to let everyone know that we're going to be doing as we enter into talk a little bit about Fountain of Life. We need everybody's help and your teams. One of the things that we are going to be working on to send out in the month of October is we need your results and your feedback. Many of you have been filling in your journals. Many of you have been filling in, how many drops you take. So we're going to be conducting a survey on your results and the benefits of Fountain of Life. And we need everyone to be, as truthful as possible in every element of it. So some of the questions that we'll be doing in the Fountain of Life survey will be, how many drops do you take? How often do you take it? We're basically going to collect all the data. It goes into a pool. It just basically gives us numbers. We're not looking at your names. We're not looking at who it is. All we're looking at is the data that comes back to us. And that is, on average, we want to see, within the, hundreds of thousands of consumers, how many people are taking Fountain of Life? Number two, how many drops are they taking daily? Number three, how have they benefited? Number four, is anyone ever experienced any side effects? Because in 2018, since 2018 that we've been distributing the product, we've got nothing but phenomenal feedback. But this is a time that we do need everyone to contribute. This is important for your brand. This is important for your product. This is important for new customers and new consumers based on feedback that we get. We want to get some approvals. Based on that research, we'll be able to push. I don't want to tell you what we're working on, but it's something powerful. How is that?
Yeah.
But in order,
and we
to do
also
that,
like
we
to
need
know
your
how
help.
long they've been using it for. You
Yes.
know, are you recent or, you know, like 1 month, 2 months, 5 years? You know, we need to have that data. The other thing too is it would help us if, you know, and this gets a little touchy, so I want to be very sensitive that if you're on any medications and you're still using Fountain of Life, it would help us understand that. It just that again, medications are a very private thing, so you could send that. You don't have to assign your name to this. You can do this anonymously, please, and it will
Yeah.
help us tremendously. Okay. So we're not asking for personal information that way, your name and everything, because I do know, you know, the sensitivity of this question.
Yeah.
I want, and I do appreciate it if someone could help us that way.
The only thing that we need to know is your age. So we know the consumer's age. We need to know the gender. We just need to know how many drops you're using a day. Are you on any medication? And if so, list them. Like David said, how long have you been on it? And there will be a Q&A, so you don't have to send us an email, by the way. We will be sending out a survey email, and once it goes out, we will let you know. We're just telling you that we're working on a very, very powerful project. So please do not go and email David all this information. We will be sending out a link for a survey. We actually want you to push out the survey to your customers as well. Push it out. This will tremendously help us as a company. And most importantly, we're doing something big for you guys. So, but we need this data in order for us to push forward. And I think it's time. You know, we've waited long enough. We wanted to give it a good 5 years to kind of be out there. So we're talking about some of the stuff that's coming. We'll put that survey out. It's going to be amazing. And trust me, the more data that we have, the more information that we have, the more that you share and the more honest that customers are and the more surveys that we get back, it will be helpful for all of us as well. So, you know, we always have said teamwork makes the dream work. This will be very, very important, and we can't wait to share the results. By the way, the results of the candles, I will be sharing them with all of you next week, Monday. So the results of the candles, what was your favorite scent, what your feedback was. So I will be sharing that all with you next week. And all you had to do was just scan a QR code and give us that feedback as well. And by the way, what we will be doing as well, once we launch the survey for Fountain of Life, we will be also giving you a QR code that you could be sending and emailing to people, and people can just basically scan it for your customers, and your customers can give us feedback as well. Okay. So it's going to be amazing. We look forward to your feedback. Now, some of the questions, David, for Fountain of Life that comes up, it's one of them is my guest wants to know if Fountain of Life can assist her with painful knees. Well, you're living proof of that. So go ahead.
It really depends on what painful knees are. You know, if you've got an actual tear in your meniscus or something like that, the answer is no. If you have arthritic pain, you know, be either rheumatoid or osteoarthritis, the answer is yes. So you have to really determine the cause. Like if someone's torn something or broken something, or, you know, they have a patella, you know, problem there, they have to really tell you what that is, you know. Painful knees can go into anything. You could have a Baker's cyst in your knee. But if you have osteoarthritis or even rheumatoid arthritis, the answer is yes. It will help reduce chronic inflammation that's causing the pain. It will reduce that. And absolutely. And you have to use it, you know, when people say, well, it's going to, you know, one woman asked me, well, I've taken my 30 drops and I don't see any difference. And I said, well, how long have you been using it? I started using it today. Well, yeah, that, you know, arthritis doesn't occur in a day. It takes quite a long time to form. So the studies show that you got to use it 30 to 60 days consistently, and you'll start to see changes in the body. Okay.
Absolutely. Amazing. Thank you for that response. The next question is for me, and I will respond to this one. And I want everyone to pay attention to this, because when I was in the Caribbean, this question came to me from a partner as well there. And the question is, the products are fantastic. The quality versus the price is obviously, they're calling it ridiculous. The customers are not buying as they should. They're complaining about the price. Obviously, they're saying the price is too high. So here's my question to, when someone says, you know, the price is too high, it's compared to what? Compared to what ingredients? So this is where product knowledge is very, very important. And you know, I never get the comments, the product is too expensive, and I sell to all different types of customers. I think before you try to sell someone a product, what you need to do is you need to share the benefits, you need to share the results, you need to share the testimonials, you need to share why you're doing this business. So the best way that I could respond to someone saying customers are complaining about quality, well, yeah, if you're just trying to say, hey, I got this amazing supplement, it's going to take your aches and pains away. How much is it? Oh, it's $60. Oh, well, no, thanks. I'm not interested. That's way too expensive. They have absolutely no idea what it means. But when you sit down and you are doing a product presentation for a customer, if you're sitting down and trying to explain to them, by the way, I got involved with this incredible Canadian company. They're all about solutions. They're all about quality ingredients. I want to talk to you about some of the most incredible products and what they've done for me. You see my hair here, my hair actually stopped growing. And my hair, I couldn't blow dry it because it was so broken, and I didn't have any more hair growth that was happening. As you can see, 2 years later, my hair has not only become beautiful, it's become full of luster. And you know what? My hair has never looked so good. Doesn't it look amazing? Look how full my hair is. Then people say, oh, I was going to ask you, what are you doing? Or people come up to me and say, Sanaz, your skin looks really amazing. Yeah, you know what? I've been using this amazing skincare. It has no chemicals in it. It's 100% anti-aging. It's got some proprietary ingredient. So I start sharing my excitement about my testimonial. And then at the end, when you talk about the product, you talk about the ingredients, you talk about the testimonials, and you have your book of all the different testimonials, then you can go ahead and say, by the way, then when they ask you, well, how much does it cost? Guess what? Price is not now a question anymore, because you've built up so much of the ammunition to try to advise them and to educate them. And by the way, this is exactly why a lot of times when you go to buy products, some people, most consumers, will look for the cheapest product. And let me tell you, what you pay is what you get. If you want to go buy that toxic toothpaste that's causing indigestion, that's causing, alcohol poisoning, that's causing, the fluoridation in your belly, that's eating away at your intestines, that's giving you, all of the diseases that David has always talked about, great, go use your $4, $5, $6 toothpaste. But if you're looking for quality, if you're looking for something that's not fluoride free, if you're looking for longevity, if you're looking for something that's sugar free and alcohol free and created with microsilver and all of that, and you educate them, then guess what? That's where your ammunition goes. So I trained this when I was in the Caribbean. I'm going to do it again. Don't ever start with a price, because that they go through the shock and awe, and you will lose your customers. But if you built up why, number one, you are using it, if you're in business for yourself and your products are so damn good and you're not using it, why the hell should I buy it from you? So first step is you be a product of the product. Number two, have your own testimonials. Number three, listen to this. Number three, have a testimonial book, have an album. By the way, for those of you who got the flip chart, at the conference, it was $30. Now, what we basically are doing as of October the 1st, I don't know if you all know, you guys ready for this announcement? As of October 1st, every single new member, as of October 1st, will get theirs for free, $30. Included in their welcome kit. Yes, absolutely. And the reason we're doing that for our business partners is so that everybody is educated and everybody can use the flip chart to do a PowerPoint presentation. The text is on there. Next Saturday, Daniela will be doing a full training on how to use and how to present the flip chart. So as of October 1st, so on the weekend, anyone you guys signed up, they all got the new PowerPoint, $30 for free. Yes, exactly. And I'm glad you guys are grateful, because you know what? We work really, really hard. As you all know, we did not increase the product of the package. It's $30 additional for free. And by the way, and when you're talking to someone, these are things, make sure that you do point out, because this is huge. And what I would recommend for everyone, if you have it translated in your own languages, 2 little subtitles, but effective October 1st, anyone that signed up now officially has the new PowerPoint included in their welcome package, as long as it ships from North America. So that's not including Philippines, by the way, that's not including Singapore, that's not including Thailand, until we get the translation done, and then we'll put it out into those markets as well, okay? But the reason, again, I'm sharing that is when you're doing your flip chart, when you're presenting, guess what? All of you should have your testimonials printed off. Get, pictures of before and after. Share testimonials. Most importantly, share your testimonials on the Facebook group chat that we have, because sharing your testimonials will help us as a company to become even better. So we are just as good as what you share with us. If you don't share anything with us, we can't help you. So this new amazing PowerPoint is going to help you guys duplicate to present a lot faster, because most people, when they join, they're scared to present the opportunity because they don't know how to present the opportunity. Now you have a flip chart, PowerPoint presentation of the business opportunity with little cheat sheets. So what they see is the slide. What you see is a little text that you could just literally read the slides until you master it. And then you could become a master presenter. And make sure that every single one of you that is on this call orders yours if you haven't already done so. It is absolutely phenomenal. By the way, if you're remote and you don't want to get it, you can also download it. It's in the back office as well. It is available in a downloadable version. It's literally a PowerPoint presentation that's like a flip chart, right? So you just basically flip it. It's like a book size, and definitely a winner in what we've been able to create. Every time we create this flip chart and we release it, it always sells out. And for the people of the Caribbean and abroad, literally anywhere you are, I would highly, highly recommend for you guys to get yours as well, because it will definitely help you as well. Keep in mind, right now, we do have the promotion that was supposed to end on October 1st. I did decide to extend it, or the first time around, to October the 7th, which will be ending this Friday, where you are getting an additional 6 bottles, which is an additional $500 for free. So people that are signing up right now, the momentum of people signing up right now is absolutely exceptional. They're getting their flip chart inside there. They're getting their 6 free Fountain of Life bottles. And this is the time that all of you should be on the phone, smiling and dialing, talking to everybody that you know. Get them on the phone, talk about the urgency, talk about the importance of being on these calls every single week. Next week, we'll be teaching you a lot more. And as well, we'll be sharing some of the results of the candles. So you guys are all on the same page. I'm really, really pushing hard and working strong to be able to push the candles up before the year. So we have them for Christmas. So they're going to be fantastic Christmas gifts. We're working on phytoclinical, as you know, around the clock to make sure we push them out. But this is actually the first time, and you know me, I'm not one of those that uses COVID as a excuse, but the chain of distribution has really been erupted because of the workforce. A lot of the packaging material comes out of China. Believe it or not, 70 provinces in China are completely in shutdown. So they are not able to, a lot of production has been shut down. So we have our own challenges, but you know what, we're plowing through. I want to thank you guys all for your patience, for being patient with us. And, we are working around the clock to give you everything that you need to build a billion together, to build an empire together, to grow and build together. Please make sure that, if you have any questions, if you need help, ask us. Last question I want to respond to: how does an LA promo apply to be a promoter in terms of payment? So basically, If you are a lifestyle promoter and you want to upgrade to a lifestyle advisor, it is included in the upgrade. So you just basically have to pay the full upgrade. If you're a promoter, you want to go to LA, you still have to pay your $1,300. You are able to get your free 6 bottles on top of everything else. And of course, take advantage of all of the benefits that we have as well. And create script for when you're making our calls. So Sarah says, this is amazing. Can you please create a script for us when we are making calls? Sorry, can you just clarify a script for what exactly? And of course, we can definitely create it. We are here for you. We're here to support you. We're here to build $1 billion with you. Remember that all of you are the CEOs of your own company. Remember that you are just starting off with an amazing, powerful way with all the amazing tools that we are giving you. All you need to do is show up, dress up, take action, take all out massive action, go out there, build $1 billion. And of course, let's take this business to the next height and to the next level. So we are super, super excited, David, for the future. I know you and I are cooking something behind the scenes, and we'll let them know when the time is due.
Well, can I just make one suggestion from my own experience? Reason being that I have had many people teach me in my life and different things and approaching things with high priced products. I always work with the highest priced products. Sometimes they were 10 times the price of what my competitors were selling. And I remember a lecturer from IBM came in and he was talking about high-priced products before against everything else. And of course, hospitals are always saying the same thing. We're broke, we have no money, your product is too expensive. So one thing we did learn though, and one thing I learned really well, is to understand the value proposition and understand per day. So when I take a look at a product like Fountain of Life, I take a look at what, how much does it really cost per day? So you're looking at less than a cup of coffee a day for something that's going to give you a powerful antioxidant. It's going to reduce chronic inflammation. That's going to reduce chronic pain in your body if you use it daily. That's all it's going to take. That's the value proposition right there. You don't have to spend, you don't have to tell them, well, it's all this much money, but is it worth for you to have something that's going to cost you less than a cup of coffee a day, that's going to help your overall health? And the answer, everyone's going to say yes, of course. Don't be crazy. I'll use that. What is it? And so you can start talking about it. But if you start out of the gate with well, I got a product that costs $60, you're going to say, well, it's a lot of money for that much product. Thing is, they're going to say you have to take a look at what the value of the product is to that person. And it's something that we learned in the medical industry really quick. And it was a lesson that was drilled into us. It was a lesson that we had to learn, and you have to understand the value proposition. What's it doing for us? If it's not doing anything, then you're not going to win. But if it's going to bring value to that person, people buy value. And we sometimes forget that we have never enough money, but we have all the money in the world to correct that problem. So remember, value is important to people, regardless of where you are. And I think that sometimes we get intimidated by that. Believe me, when I was going through the system, I was intimidated by that at the beginning until I realized, and believe me, I was intimidated because I got physically removed from hospitals. I remember I came out and I said, oh, this product, I remember once I said that. It was my mistake. I was at a very major hospital and they said, how much is that? That was the first question. And I stupidly answered, it cost $60,000. And they said, are you kidding me? I said, no, it was 60,000. They said, we need like 12 of these. And I said, well, that's great. They said, no, it's not that great. Get out. And I was kicked out that day. And I had to go and apologize, the whole thing, and retable it. They ended up buying $1 million worth of product from me later on. I retabled that, but I had to sell them on the value proposition. It was a lot harder. It made my life harder. So understand that value proposition on our products, and you'll be that much further ahead. If you understand that, you're able to answer that question. When they say, how much does it cost? Well, here's the value of the product,
Correct.
So it will help you. Believe me, it helped me a lot, and it helped prolong a tough career in an economy that, no one ever had any money. And it was it was always tough on us, but you learn how to do this and you will be successful. Believe me. You got to believe in the product though. You have to use
Well,
it.
you know, I think that's really important, David. I think people need to, number one, believe in the product and start the conversation from a place of strength. And I think if you are afraid of thinking, that you basically have an expensive product, then how do you expect for people to believe in you if you don't even believe in what you are selling? So I think what's really, really important is that we all need to educate ourselves. And that's why, we spend all this time to get on these calls with all of you to be able to educate you and to be able to teach you what we know about our product line and give you that product knowledge. But once, I've always said knowledge is power. The more information that you have, the more powerful you become, the more confident you become, the more credibility that you build. And it's almost like when you are a lifestyle advisor, that is the best value for a package. That this is where it's going to give you the most amount of payout. This is where it's going to give you the compensation at the highest regard. This is where it's going to qualify for you to be able to build. For one package, you pay $350. For another one, you pay $1,300. There's a difference in price. So what am I getting that's different? What are the values added for me to spend $1,300 versus $350? You right away have to be able to tell people the difference between the packages. You have to right away be able to tell people about, all of the different attributes. So it's very, very important to make sure that you are knowledgeable about your business and knowledgeable about everything you're doing. And David, what you just said is really key and very important. And I think that's really important for people to note that, we obviously have some powerful, powerful products, but, every product that is we're going to call it more expensive than the average mass production. And I hate to put names out there, but the other toothpaste or shampoos or conditioners out there. Well, if they were so great, then we wouldn't have all these autoimmune disorders. If they were great, we wouldn't have all these, deficiencies. If they were great, then we would have, a lot more healthier consumers out there. What we're trying to do is give you back the opportunity for you to have a healthier immune system with the raw materials and the ingredients that we basically have. The last one was, I guess, Debbie, you were looking for the PowerPoint in your back office and you found it. So I am so glad. And that concludes all of our questions for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this call. We tried to cover as much as we can. Yes, the flip charts are amazing. PowerPoint flip chart, different people call it different thing, but it's literally a PowerPoint flip chart. Again, you have a couple of more days till the end of the promotion ends. It is until October the 7th. Push, push, push. This is your opportunity to go out there and build. Now that you have your flip chart, get your binders that we have in our back office. They're only like $5 or something like that. Put it into action. The reason we did it, the material, is if we add new pages, we will just actually, you'll be able to buy just a single page and insert it in as well. And as I mentioned, as of October 1st, any brand new member that has joined now also gets the flip chart included in their welcome package for free, which is a $30 value. Please go out there and share that. And David, I want to take this time to thank you for being on the call. And of course, your knowledge and experience. Verlin, thank you so much for doing a great hosting job. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to join us every single Monday night. Promote it to your brand new team members. Everyone should know about these calls every single Monday night. There's lots going on. And next week, I'm also going to be sharing with you all some of our travel plans, where we're going to be in the next couple of months till the end of the year, as we close the year off strong, where we will be, where our youngest millionaire, Renee Liao, will be. He's got an exciting journey ahead of him, and some amazing, amazing things are going to be happening. With that, I hope you've all enjoyed this evening or this morning, wherever you are. I want to thank you all for your time, for all the international markets that joined us today. I'm going to say this morning or this evening. With that, to the Billion team, see you at the top. And Verlin, back to you, my dear.
Thank you, Sanaz. Thank you, everyone.
Sanaz, I don't know if you saw, but the chat was blowing up. Everyone is appreciative of all the great information that was shared tonight. And it's so exciting for what's coming. So I'm even excited for a survey farming match. I'm excited for a survey, a FOL survey, So I just want to
Yes.
remind everyone on the call, tomorrow's a forensic call. Please join the call, don't miss it. Invite your prospects also to the call. And also share the amazing promotion that's on until the 7th. And so everyone can have enough time to share with their prospects also that they too can also benefit from this promotion. So thank all of you for being on the call, and we have gone over the hour, and see you on the next one.
To the billion.
Thank you very much. Take care. Thank you, everyone.